We are speaking with Colby Harner, who is from Partridge, Kansas, a farmer in Partridge, Kansas, as we are currently in a field here in Reno County, and Colby has graciously allowed us to be in the combine today as he's cutting a small swath of wheat here in Reno County itself. And this is really more wheat country in the fact that you don't see a lot of fall crops here as well. So one of the issues I know that has popped up is you still got a lot of old crop wheat, and not only last year, but we're even talking maybe 2 years ago, a lot of old crop wheat still in the bins. Yeah,
what we've been told is our local elevator has got a full. They've got one of those 250,000 bushel concrete silos they put up in back 4 or 5 years ago and haven't been able to fill it, and now it's full with 2014 wheat. So it's it's quite a deal to have three. We're gonna have 3 years of crops sitting in the elevator, and the way I understand it, all the terminals in Hutch are sure full. So,
well, let's talk about the machine you're in here. We can see, yes, it's a John Deere, but you know, for the time that you've been cutting, how long have you been cutting wheat?
This is my 4th wheat crop. I started, my first wheat crop was in 2013. I've been running a grain cart or a combine since I was 9 years old, but this is my 4th wheat crop that I'm actually getting paid for. So.
I'm sure if I asked the same question to your grandpa, boy, technology is sure changed and sure made things a lot easier, I bet.
It sure has. The first combine I run was 1995 Pace International 1688, and now we've got this machine here, and it's a 2006, I believe, and it's not anywhere close to new, but the technology in it compared to that first one I ran is just unbelievable. And so I guess we're learning kind of like everybody else, but it's sure taking over, and you sure gotta watch what you're doing. Everything's a little more intense to run. You can't be too relaxed anymore running this stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to distract you too much in that aspect. You know, as far as the days are concerned, and I know you've had some delays because of rain, but when it's time, you know, it really is a job, and wanting to get this wheat out, and you don't want it to sit here too long either.
No, we don't. It's just like the last rain we got. We were probably 2/3 done cutting with the last rain, and of course we were done in the field that we were cutting at when it rained. But we have still felt like we've lost probably 3 or 4 pounds, you know, on the test weight side of things, and that'll drop your yield too when you lose that weight. So yeah, when it's time to harvest, it's time to go and get it in the bin just as soon as you can, because you sure don't want to leave anything in the field, especially with the price the way it is right now. So.
Yeah, and that's the other issue that we have been seeing here, especially recently. And I know for a lot of wheat producers, basis level concerns are up and running here. You know, as we speak right now, what are we seeing? What are you hearing about basis levels?
Well, our basis levels just here in Reno County at the two elevators we haul to, which is Partridge and Abbeville, we're 82 or 83 cents basis right now, which wasn't that long ago. We were in the mid-20s just a couple of years ago. So when you start talking about knocking a whole dollar off the board, you know, you're already not getting much for it. You knock another dollar off, it sure makes for a tough go of things. So
Colby Harner is joining us now. You can see starting to fill up in the back very nicely and getting some good wheat that he's cutting out here in this field. How big is this field right now?
This field we're on is 40 or 45 acres, I believe. But this farm we're on is 70 acres. It's split up into 3 different fields, and it's kind of a pain to cut. But we got here early this morning, and we're able to get the first couple deals cut before the heat set on. We could really get to cutting, so shouldn't take us long to finish up now. So.
The interesting part, I'm sure, is you know, after a rain like that, trying to figure out when to get back into those fields, because you obviously want to get that moisture level down to a much better level.
Yeah. Not only the moisture level of the grain, but you also have to worry about the moisture of the ground as well to get over. If you're wanting to do any double cropping or any no-tilling on part of that, it's a major deal to not leave any tracks in the field as well. But you sure want to make sure that grain is dry. And I think we were shut down for about 2.5 days, Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday. We only cut about 50 acres with each machine on Monday evening, and we're not able to cut past dark at all, hardly. So it's just the time crunch getting this stuff in is sure.
How many combines do you have in your operation?
We run 2 machines right now. So we've got this machine I'm in, and then we've got a little bit older machine, a 9610 John Deere as well.
And right now it's down for maintenance, though, correct?
Yes, yep. We've got a little bit of an issue with the header, but we should have it up and running shortly after lunch here.
But that's also one thing, not only getting the weed out, but taking care of the equipment throughout the harvest season too.
Yes. It's there's a lot of maintenance goes in. You just can't go jump in your machine first thing in the morning and go start cutting. You better check it over and do the proper maintenance to it in the morning and get everything where you can go for the day. And you sure don't want to have any breakdowns during the day. So
well, and people don't even think. Probably just prepping it to get ready for harvest season, and then obviously prepping it for when you're finished and make sure it's in good condition too.
Yeah, I think we had each machine in the shop for right at a week, or maybe a little bit longer than a week at a time earlier this spring, getting them ready for wheat harvest. And we probably won't run both machines during the fall harvest just because we don't have that many acres of fall work, but we'll have this machine in the shop again for probably about a week, getting everything. We already know there's a few things we're trying to straight by on just to finish up, because we've only got a little over a day and a half left, and we just like to get done, then we'll worry about addressing some of those